Leo, welcome to your What's Happening in February general reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Leo. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind, to only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. So my intentions for this reading, Leo, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit to you about what's happening in February, what you need to be aware of, what to look out for, what to celebrate, and this can impact any aspect of your life. Love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution, but whatever Spirit would like to talk about shall be said. So let's go ahead and jump right on into your reading. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull, go ahead and check the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy for you being here. So I'm going to start this off by asking you guys to take a deep breath. And as I ring the sound bowl 3 times, I just want you to open up your energy to ask your questions, anything that's been on your mind, and we'll take it from there. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Leo. Okay, Leo, I have a message for either you or someone that you care about that you're witnessing this, okay? But what I saw was like a ball pin, you know, that they have in like McDonald's, kids' playgrounds, like those, like, I don't know, little square pits filled of colorful balls, right? And it was like, I see this person just having a blast, and then someone, it looked like a mother figure or something like that, just being like, all right, it's time to go. You had your fun. And the person's just like, no, I want to stay longer. Like, there's someone that has been putting too much emphasis on the fun in life and not so much on something else that they really need to start focusing on and doing. So maybe for some of you guys, you are aware you're that, you know, type of kid in the ball pit, and others of you are just watching someone that's like kind of, I want to almost say, being delusional and trying to only focus on like, you know, the instant gratifications more than the long-term pay. And maybe some of you are becoming concerned with that. Could be a child, could be a friend, could be a romantic partner. So I kind of want to see why Spirit brought that to my attention and what that means for you guys in February. It could only mean something for a very few of you. So let's go ahead and pull the cards and see what the cards have to say. So tell me about the energy surrounding Leo. What is happening for Leo in February? What is happening for Leo in February? Okay, we have 0330 with lucky shirt. And it says love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibility to others. Progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. So Leo, I feel like there's a conversation you've been wanting to have with someone. And maybe some of you have been trying to put it off, or maybe they'll change, or maybe, you know, they'll see where I'm coming from, but they haven't yet. And some of you guys really need to have this conversation, because I think it's going to turn out so much better than what you guys are so afraid of like this person being upset with you, cutting you out, or, you know, whatever that you could imagine. And even if that was the case, Leo, that says more about them than you. And maybe someone does need a little bit of a reality check or some sort of, you know, honest conversation. So Leo, I do kind of also feel like if some of you may feel like you've been trying to carry on taking care of or feeling duty for someone else's well-being. I feel as if you've been putting too much of that on yourself needlessly. And I say that because I can relate, almost called you Cancer for some reason. This could be a Cancer, someone with strong Cancer in their chart, but Leo. I have had those friends in my life where I see that they are, you know, partying really hard, going to raves, doing a bunch of drugs, which I'm not here to judge about. That's fine. But I knew what this person was going through internally. And I saw that this was a means for them to kind of self-soothe, self-cope. And I tried to be like, you know, I'm worried about you. I'm concerned about you. And it was just kind of like a deuces. I don't care. I'm going to still do me. We can't do anything to change someone. They have to do that within themselves. And I feel a lot of you are going to start to see that. And I feel, Leo, by focusing so much energy into this person, it's taking away from the energy that you need to do for your own progression. Okay, it's very similar even to Cancer's reading. So, but I feel more so like you guys are further along than Cancer is as far as identifying who this is and the bad behaviors that keep pulling through. I feel like January and maybe even December like showed you a lot, exposed a lot of that to you. And now in February, you're like, I'm going to do my own thing. You know what? I did all that I could. I surrender, I release, I let it go. All I can do now is look forward. And I feel that, you know, it's a load off your shoulders, Leo, honestly. And I'm not saying you don't have to care about this person anymore, but you need to realize, for a lot of you, is there anything else you can do? And if there isn't, what can you do for them to leave it on their plate to figure out? Because you have places to go, Leo, okay? You have things to do. I do feel that, and it's like piling up from procrastinating or putting things off. And now's the time in February to just get it done, get it through, and get the rewards that you've been waiting to receive, but maybe have been looking from someone else. All right. Tell me more about February for Leo Spirit. Adult children. I am laughing. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I think you are starting to see the people in your life, Leo, that are not in the same wavelength as you anymore. And maybe even, Leo, there was a once upon a time where you may have been doing all that someone else is kind of living through, and you've seen it for your own eyes, you experienced it, and that's where you feel the need to kind of step in. But I do feel for some of you, you're realizing the growth you have and the lack in someone else. And with this adult children here, yeah, there is someone attached to your energy that just wants to be babied, it feels like, or just wants like a constant yes man around them. What I mean by that is someone that just doesn't tell them the truth, that like fuels their delusion of everything's perfect and okay, and doesn't want to hear the reality of their situation. So I feel, Leo, that you guys are recognizing these adult children in your life. Maybe even some of you that this is in regards to a child. You're seeing that as a parent, there's some times where you just have to let go. You could say your piece, you could say your wisdom, but it's up to them to kind of grow their own wings to fly the nest. And I wonder if some of you guys have been having arguments with a child about how much you pay, how much rent you pay, how much, time they've been staying in your home when you want them to kind of pursue their own things. Like, this is something that I feel you guys are really starting to clearly see for this person, not just to judge them and berate them, but to actually help them. Wow. And someone has a really prominent birthmark, I feel, somewhere noticeable. I don't know where, if it's like on their face or on their neck or hand. I don't know why that's coming through, but it is for some of you guys. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I was about to jump ahead, but let's get into the tarot and see what the tarot has to say about this situation. How is it going to show up in Leo's life? Okay, so dead center, we have the 10 of Earth. Virgo energy. So I do feel for a lot of you guys, this has to do within the family or your soul tribe of what you consider to be your soul tribe. Someone that you may be roommates with even, okay? But I feel, Leo, that you have either your own business or you have a special talent or you have something that if you zero in on your energy with, you will have the 10 of Pentacles in a way that a lot of people don't have in this lifetime. I do feel with this 10 of Pentacles being the dead center of your spread here, you have the birthright to abundance, to prosperity. And I feel a lot of you guys, especially with like a trine of Earth in your natal chart, you are destined to have financial success. So I feel like you guys are getting back to work, focusing on what you can do for those that support you, for those that are also on the ride with you, that contribute as much as you do, and you will see your pot of wealth grow and grow. But I kind of feel, Leo, like the person that's the adult child around you is going to have issues with this. You're not prioritizing them as much. You're not giving as much of your wealth or as your abundance or even your energy into them in the way they used to. But you're like, I got to focus on my well-being. And you guys are implementing changes in February that are adding to the growth of your finances. I wonder if some of you guys are opening new accounts or some of you guys are pursuing some business opportunities, are looking to invest in, you know, potential things that could help grow your finances. But what it says is a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. This is overall positive. So what this is kind of telling me is that, like, okay, with this adult child, whoever it is, could be you, Leo, it could be someone in your life, but I don't think that they are consciously manipulative. I think that they have just been a little bit coddled for a little too long through, you know, the help of others, through the dependence of others. But I do feel, Leo, if you take the route of kind of showing this person the big payoff should they take the serious steps, like they will be on board with, you know, being inspired, maybe as you as an example, or like you kind of opening up new network opportunities for this person to venture out in. Like, I do feel you are kind of seeing the pot of your value and potential. And I think, again, with this 10 of Earth, it's really now focusing on what you need to do to kind of grow that pot further. And I do have optimism here that at least, like, if there is an adult child around you in your energy, or even you, like, should you show them the right way, or should you be open to the hard work that needs to be put in to get the financial success you've been hoping for? It will come in a lot faster. It's like a blessing from birth that some of you guys have with this 10 of Earth to be successful. And Spirit may be reminding you of that blessing in February. But what's crossing this? Yeah, the Hermit. Virgo energy, very strong Virgo energy coming through with this reading. Archangel Raziel, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. Okay. So I do see with this 10 of Earth and the Hermit combination, there's been a lot of distractions. I think you guys are identifying what these distractions are in February. And I do feel the need, Leo, for some of you guys to kind of really reflect without judgment, without berating, but to be truly raw and real with yourself about the things that are preventing the 10 of Pentacles for you. And I do kind of feel with the Hermit here, if someone can't accept the changes you're trying to make, the boundaries you're trying to place, it may be very hard for you to instill those boundaries by keeping distance, by keeping space. And I feel if that person senses, Leo, that you're starting to do that, they're going to try to dive in. They're going to try to message you over and over again, call you over and over again, you know, bring up some drama that Spirit still wants you to take a step back from. Because by participating in the resistance, it's making this person still feel like they don't have to do anything to change. You should be there regardless. Like, I feel a little bit of that entitlement to your energy, Leo. That Spirit wants you to stay strong and realizing that the responsibility now needs to go on their lap. What's crowning this is the Hierophant with unity. Wow, Taurus energy, Capricorn energy for me as a reader. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Okay, so yeah, talking about that misalignment that has been starting to become very real to you, Leo, through this other person. Like, I do feel, to be quite honest, until that other person does the change, they're kind of anchoring you down to a lower vibration. So Spirit wants you to kind of use your discernment, use your awareness of yourself and what you want to have in your life to seek out the same type of vibration, the same type of people. I think you need more people that are reliable, responsible, independent, self-assured. And I think that through that, you can find it through putting yourself out there to do more activities, to go to networking events you may be invited to or see, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. I do feel, Leo, that should you have the right people in your environment, you will be in that space to get closer to the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys have the potential of like CEO, boss, upper management, being on the board of a corporation, a major company, or your own company, Leo. And I gotta say, like, for some of you that are in this business and you hired like an old-time friend or family member that is just not doing their work and you're getting like a little bit of blame for it, for introducing this person, like, you need to either mentor them and realize if the mentor is wasting time, or to kind of be real and take the high road and saying, you know what, this is just not going to work. And maybe that's part of the conversation you need to have with someone, Leo. Because I think you see a lack of devotion and responsibility from this person. What's rooting this? 8 of Air, yeah. Gemini energy. I do honestly feel, Leo, like you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And that's why you've been holding back a lot. You don't want to be judgmental. You don't want to be critical, especially if you do have compassion for this person. Maybe they had a harder upbringing, or maybe they just have a lot of bad tools for coping and for healing and for recognizing. So you've been trying to hold it back and you've been trying to wait for that change, but the change is still not there. There's still that plateau. And I think this has been weighing on your mind heavier and heavier. But it says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So maybe what you need to know, Leo, if this is not within you, right? What you need to know is that this person, this adult child, is scared. They're frightened to put themselves out there, to take that chance to fail. It scares them to death. And that's why they don't do it. But what I think needs to be communicated to someone out there is, okay, yeah, I'll use metaphor of baseball. You can go up to bat. You can have the bat there. And yeah, there's a chance you could strike out. But if you just stand there with the bat and you don't even try, you for sure will strike out. But every time you swing that bat, the opportunity for success increases. And I think that's what someone needs to realize here, for them to finally like free themselves of their own self-sabotage and distractions, is that, yeah, life is life. We're going to fail at times, but if we don't try, that's a sure thing. And is not trying more comfortable than sitting in that loss, or that thought of what I could have been, should I at least should have taken that first step. And I do feel whoever this is with the 8 of Air energy at the root, they may have grown up with very critical family members, very judgmental people around them, especially if they came from a very religious background or a very strict cultural background. And maybe for that person, you or them, it's like you're the first to kind of break some sort of cycle within the generations that have been limiting and have not taken the family or the family name or that individual outside of the box that the family's been put in for too long. And that's why there's a lot of pressure there. But I feel if that person just opens up to the way they feel they can be themselves and kind of screw what anyone else has to say, there will be luck behind you or behind the person that needs to really hear this. What happened in the recent past? 4 of Fire. Okay, yeah. Aries energy. And it says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So I do feel, Leo, that you've done something very recently in January, end of December, that you felt secured in, you felt proud of, you felt like you worked hard for. But then I also kind of feel either someone getting jealous of that through your success, or even like someone trying to then like take credit for your work, take a little bit, like ride your coattails along your success. Some of you may have recently purchased a new home or moved into a new apartment. Maybe, you know, within the last 4 months have been roommates with this person. And, you know, I think for a while things were fine until something has begun to be a little bit ignored. But a lot of you, yeah, I think the person that is the adult child here is jealous of someone's success and hard work and may even say, oh, well, you were lucky. No, I wasn't. I worked for this. I earned this. And I think there was some sort of accusation like that happened in your recent past, or some sort of subliminal jealous energy that you've been picking up on, Leo. What does Leo need to know right now, Spirit? 3 of Fire. And it says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Yes. Like I was saying, someone for a long time was so used to the instant gratifications more than the long term. And I do feel February is getting very real for someone. A huge reality check, a huge wake-up call about, you know, there is more I want to accomplish. There is more that I want to do. And I can't let the fears hold me back, or I can't let someone else's inability to be on this journey with me hold me back. So I feel, Leo, February is about seeing the vision of where it is you want to direct your energy towards, making some plans, making some commitments, being true to the boundaries you may need to in place with someone. And as you work towards that, every step you take, there will be growth, there will be success, there will be good coming from it, Leo. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Fire. Someone that's passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So I do feel February may be a time where some action needs to be taken. Some offer may be given to you, Leo, where you need to think on the dot. You need to answer right then and there. But there may be fears around the other person. How are they going to act? How are they going to feel? But I do feel this is the time in February to take those chances for yourself, because a lot of luck is surrounding you. Should you approach this in the right way? Should you kind of filter in your energy towards the direction you want to go instead of having it be scattered all over the place? I think, Leo, you know this needs to be done, and I think you're getting the courage, the drive, and the push to have that conversation or to pursue the thing you wanted to pursue that you put on the back burner for someone else. Wow, all right. Tell me more about February for Leo. And again, with the Knight of Fire, like you're going to be free from this dependency, from this need to be, you know, someone's back me up. Like as you kind of lighten that load, you're going to feel more adventurous, more curious without that attachment there. Some of you may be looking to buy a new car as well. Tell me more for Leo, Spirit. Here we go. We have deceit here. There's that adult child energy, but I even think it goes as far as them deceiving themselves, Leo. And I think you guys are starting to see, no matter what I say, do, they're still going to have that fantasy until they hit that rock bottom, right? I would be careful, Leo, of manipulation, especially when you start to put those boundaries in, as you start to have those harder conversations, they may be trying to lie so you could still be around or see it differently. You may be calling someone out on a lie in February, or you know, like maybe this is if it's your adult child, let's just say, for example, and they're like, I've been applying to jobs, I've been trying to get a job, and you find out they haven't this whole time. Yeah, I think they will do what they can, Leo, to keep you at the same vibration they're comfortable with, but you're meant to expand so much more further out of that. So Spirit wants you to pay attention to that, Leo. Tell me more. What else does Leo need to know about February, of what's happening, unfolding, the energy around them? Okay, so you guys have Azure here. And look at that clock. It is time. Someone could live by like a clock tower, but it says your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. So I do feel like this was, you know, from the energy surrounding you, what you've been holding in place of your desired blessing of the 10 of Pentacles. Like, this has just been waiting to have that adult child energy be cleared up. And once you do, I feel you're going to have the 3 of Wands, seeing your ships come in, the progress being made, the luck coming in when that gets cleared out. But I also want to say, Leo, there may be someone that is riding off of your success, that is waiting for, you know, you to get that bonus, that paycheck, so they can use it. That's how it kind of feels. And I want to say you need to be careful with what you share who you share your good news with in February, because out of jealousy, they may start to gossip. They may start to spread rumors. They may just talk crap about you because you show them what they feel like they can't be. That's crazy and that's powerful, but it's how I feel. This person, in the eyes of looking at you, Leo, seeing you better yourself, better your life. That's how they want to like see it. They're very tunnel visioned in their own beliefs and ways. And I think you're also starting to see that as well, Leo. What is your advice for Leo spirit? Perfectionism. Wow, yeah. And it says, polishing your creative project is fine, but don't allow perfectionistic fear to result in procrastination. So those are those for you that have been like so afraid to put yourself out there, to believe you can have the 10 of Pentacles just for that hope to dissolve and fall away. Like, you're very hard on yourselves to have like the perfect product or the perfect business or the perfect family or the whatever that is. And I've been struggling with this too, Leo, as well, for you guys to relate to me here. Like, I put my work on such like a high pedestal of being like, it has to be this way in order for it to be successful. If it's not, I failed. And it's just not the case. Like, when we have perfectionism, there's a part of ourselves we're not accepting through divine perfectionism. This is how God, Spirit, the universe created us. Not to be some superhuman that solves everything, but to be someone that does the best we can. And I think through the pressure of like having something be above and beyond successful has been pushing someone away from trying to take the first steps. But there is no such thing as the perfect job, the perfect person, the perfect life. And that's what Spirit wants you to keep in mind of in February, Leo. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and get one more card for you guys. We have Lemon here. Nice, with clarity. And it says, trigger statement, I am so confused. True statement, I am present. Allow your mind to clear and let the noise of your thoughts fall away. Listen to your intuition. So you need a refreshment is kind of what I feel with this Lemon energy. You need to kind of go back to your voice of intuition, to your voice of the hermit, that old soul within you that maybe some of you guys have been trying to bury because it's easier to not listen to it, or it's tough to have that conversation with someone. But you need to follow your gut, Leo. Even if it's the hard thing to do, it will be the more rewarding thing to do as you see February unfold. Because with the 3 of Wands here, something very lucky, very positive is bound to happen should you take the right steps. So thank you so much, Leo, for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it gave you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Leo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Leo.